No message, no call, not even a hi in 3 days. And yet, there they are, sitting in your head at 2 a.m., showing up in the middle of your work, appearing in your dreams like they never left. Why? Why does someone who isn't even talking to you still control your mind? Today, I'm going to explain the exact psychology behind this. And by the end of this video, you'll understand your own mind better than you ever have before. Stay till the end, because point number 4 is the one nobody talks about. And it's the real reason you can't let go. Welcome back to Psychology on Love, the place where we don't just talk about love, we decode it. Every week, we break down the real psychology behind attraction, heartbreak, attachment, and why the human heart does what it does. If you've ever lain awake thinking about someone who isn't thinking about you back, this channel is for you. So hit subscribe, turn on the bell, because what I'm about to share might change the way you see your own feelings forever. Let's get into it. Here's the first truth you need to accept. Your brain doesn't process love the way it processes normal thoughts. It processes it the way it processes addiction. When you like someone, really like someone, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. The same chemical that fires up when someone eats sugar, wins money, or takes a drug. That's why thinking about that person feels good, even when they're not around, even when they haven't texted you, even when logically, you know, you should move on. Your brain isn't asking, is this person good for me? Your brain is asking, does this person give me that feeling? And if the answer is yes, it will chase that feeling again and again, even without the person's permission. This is why silence hurts more than rejection. Silence doesn't kill the dopamine, it just delays it. And your brain, like any addict, waits for the next hit. Now here's something most people have never heard of, but it explains everything. It's called the Zeigarnik effect. Psychologists discovered that the human brain remembers unfinished tasks far more clearly than finished ones. Once something is complete, your brain closes the file and moves on. But if something is left open, incomplete, unresolved, your brain keeps replaying it, trying to finish what was never finished. Now apply that to love. If a relationship, or even just a connection, ends with a clear closure, a real conversation, an honest goodbye, the brain eventually closes that file. But if it ends with silence, with a conversation that just faded, with feelings that were never said out loud, that file never closes. Your brain keeps opening it again and again, hoping for an ending it never got. That's not weakness. That's not still being in love. That's your mind doing exactly what it's designed to do with unfinished business. This is why the people who ghost us or fade quietly often haunt us more than the people who broke up with us clearly. Here's the part that changes everything once you understand it. When you miss someone, you think you're missing them. But most of the time, you're missing who you were when you were with them. You're missing the version of you that felt wanted. The version of you that laughed easily. The version of you that felt like life had color in it. That person became the symbol of that feeling. But the feeling was always inside you. They just knew how to unlock it. This is why, even after someone treats you badly, part of you still misses them. You're not missing the mistreatment. You're missing the moments where you felt fully alive, fully seen. And here's the empowering part of this truth. If that feeling came from inside you once, it can come from inside you again, with or without them. Now, the part nobody talks about. Psychologists have studied a pattern called intermittent reinforcement. It was first discovered in behavior experiments where animals were given rewards at random, unpredictable times. Not every time, not on a schedule, just sometimes. And here's the shocking result. random rewards create stronger addiction than consistent rewards. Think about that. If someone gives you attention every single day, your brain gets used to it and craves it less. But if someone gives you attention sometimes, a message here, a sweet moment there, then silence, then suddenly, they're warm again. Your brain becomes obsessed with predicting when the next reward will come. This is exactly why some people can't stop thinking about someone who barely gives them consistent attention. It's not because that person is more special. It's because the unpredictability itself is what's hooking your brain. Your mind isn't attached to the person anymore. It's attached to the uncertainty. And once you see this clearly, you can start asking yourself the right question. Not, why can't I stop thinking about them? But, am I chasing a person? Or am I chasing a feeling of unpredictability that my brain has mistaken for love? That question alone can start breaking the cycle. So how do you get your peace back? First, accept that this isn't weakness. This is chemistry. Understanding that removes the shame. And shame is what keeps people stuck the longest. Second, give your brain closure yourself if the other person won't give it to you. Write the conversation you never had. Say the goodbye you never got to say, even if it's just in a journal. Your brain doesn't always know the difference between real closure and self-created closure. Both can close the file. Third, starve the unpredictability. Stop checking. Stop waiting for the random message. The moment you stop feeding the uncertainty, the addiction naturally starts to fade. Just like any other craving does when it stops getting fed. Fourth, rebuild the version of yourself you missed without needing them to unlock it. Find what made you feel alive and create it for yourself. This isn't about hating the person or pretending you never cared. It's about finally understanding your own mind so it stops working against you. If this video explained a feeling you've never been able to put into words, that's exactly why this channel exists. Hit like if you finally understand why your mind keeps going back to them. Subscribe if you want to understand yourself on a deeper level. Because the more you understand your mind, the less power silence has over you. And in the comments, tell me one word, just one word, that describes how you feel right now. I read every single one. See you in the next video, where we're going to talk about something even deeper. Why some people are terrified of love, even when they want it the most. Until then, take care of your mind. It's the only one you have.